Welcome, everyone.
What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I'm just fair trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes.
The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by our SGPN merch sale. Use promo code USA for 25% off everything in the merch store. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no voice, no guys, me, really real. For the room. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. And we're back. Been a little while. Got a lot of games to talk about here. 7 games coming up. 5 on a Wednesday. 2 more on a Thursday. And then we'll be back for a Friday preview of another 4 games in the W. A lot of W action coming up over the next few days. A lot of action. Here to break it down, Scott Streeter, Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, can't complain. We're looking forward to going through a couple of days of action here for the WNBA. Luckily, we got the lines out early, so we were able to record for Wednesday and Thursday. But can't complain. Looking forward to it.
Yep, can't complain. Whoa. You know, what attacked me in my throat just there, but can't complain. Can't complain at all. We got a lot of W to get to. We got to get through it. We got to go ahead and get started. But before we do that, got to make sure that everybody knows about our merch store sale. It's going on from right now until July 4th, the 4th of July. 25% off everything in our merch store. Use that promo code USA. That's store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com to get into that merch store. Again, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Get 25% off everything with that promo code USA from now until July 4th. All right. Let's start getting through the action here. Oh, Scott, the Liberty are 3-4 at home, welcoming the Phoenix Mercury. 7 p.m. on the window for a Wednesday. Liberty are laying 5.5. 171.5 is the total in that one. Injury report for these two teams, and we have for the New York Liberty, Satu Sabli is a questionable to play in this game. Currently, I believe it was it says illness. Sabrina Ionescu also questionable if she's going to play. Benajelani Hamilton's out. Sammy Wickham and Monica Koa-Makani both out for the Phoenix Mercury. All right, Scott. So Phoenix has been bad. They have. But the Liberty are coming off of back-to-back home losses to the – I'm sorry. Excuse me. Back-to-back-to-back home losses to the Golden State Valkyries, the Dallas Wings, and the Portland Fire. Is it time to sound the alarm?
I mean, I didn't think this team was going to start off well. I think their new coach stinks. I said this as soon as they lost to the Fire the first time. Their new coach, well, like anytime you end up getting somebody who really has no experience being the person, the main person, who's making all the decisions. It's a risky proposition in year one. Now, of course, I'm not saying the long term is going to be bad. Plus, they've been very injured. We've seen Ionescu barely play. Satu's been injured constantly. They've not been really at full strength. Joannis has barely played at all. I mean, she has been overseas. Blaine Hamilton's missed some time as well. But watching the coaching staff just get out-coached by an expansion team in 2 out of the 3 meetings is not encouraging. I think the new coach is pretty bad. That's all I'm going to say. Now, he can figure it out at some point, but I'm not going to hit the panic button too quickly because I was a lot lower on the Liberty than you were preseason. So this doesn't totally shock me, but they don't look good. But how much you chalked it up to their best players not being fully available, and how much of it is just coaching, I'd say, inexperience? Or is it just all the above?
Some of all of the above, but like, I mean, at the end of the day, this Liberty team should not be playing on this level. Like, regardless, you can't drop these 3 games, especially to the Fire, especially 2 losses to the Fire at this point in the season. Like, you can't drop those games. You can't be losing those games. This is something that, it's not like Atlanta, where Atlanta will 100% let you down in the first half of games, and then they figure it out and eventually get the win, and they have things that they can work on. The Liberty can't even figure out how to win games right now. I mean, they lost the lead at like 3 minutes to go against that game against the Fire and never got it back.
Yeah.
At
the
home.
Defense has been ugly. The offense has been up and down, but you could argue the offense is mainly because Ionescu's barely played, Satu they got, and who's not been available. But there's no excuse on defense. It just feels like there's a lack of either understanding of defensive assignments or the actual coaching defensive system and scheme is, I'd say, flawed. It's one of the two, but the defense has looked bad, and it's been looking bad on a regular basis.
You can't lay points with this team right now, can you?
I can't, but the Mercury can't guard anybody either.
Yeah, I know, but like, just on straight principle, we can't lay points with the Liberty right now. On the road?
On the road in the West Coast? No, I can't do that. In Phoenix? I'm not going to lay it with the Liberty. If I was going to take the Liberty, it would be some type of team total. Just avoid their defense entirely, pick them to score points. But I have no faith in their defense at all. I think that right now the coach looks a little bit lost. And I'm sure you've noticed the same thing.
And at the end of the day, if AT is able to go and put up a score, Kalia Copper, like they're able to get going, I think the Mercury do enough. Even if the Liberty win the game, the Mercury to do this thing where they'll play and then they'll lose a lead late. They could easily lose by like 3. Give me the Mercury plus the points. I'm disgusted by what I'm seeing from the Liberty right now, honestly. Like,
yeah, me too. But once again, not totally surprised. But once they lost that first game to the Fire on that buzzer beater, just watching that game unfold, I knew the head coach wasn't actually that good, at least so far in his young career. That was my initial takeaway. So none of this has surprised me.
all right. 171.5 is total over. That's probably the better play I like in this one. Take the over.
Oh, by the way, my bad. I accidentally did it backwards. The game's in New York. Whoops. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My bad. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Holmes. I accidentally wrote down the wrong order. Yeah, my bad. So it's in New York. I'm still not going to lay the 5.5, but I do like the over in the game. I don't trust either team to guard anybody.
Yeah, over is the play that I would heavily, and plus the Liberty really need to like get some type of bounce back in the offense and get some groove going. No better choice than the Phoenix Mercury, who I think are horrible defensively right now. So over. All right, next game up. What is it? Chicago?
Yep.
Playing the Toronto Tempo. Chicago Sky welcoming Toronto Tempo to town. Chicago's laying 5.5. 169.5 is total. Injury. I'm just kind of wait. What? Am I tripping? Okay, injury report. And we have for the Chicago Sky, well, Rakia Jackson's out for the season. Dejanay Carrington, Courtney Vandersloot still out. Gabriella Jaquez is also out. She's been playing a lot of minutes for them.
She's been good for that team so far. As a rookie, she's been solid.
Julie Alleman, Isabel Harrison, and Timmy Fegbile all still out for the Toronto Tempo. I mean, okay. I guess my question is kind of where is Toronto at in this shuffle of things? Because I am not enthused of what I've seen with the Chicago Sky at this point in the season with the injuries that they have and the roster that they're throwing out there. Very, very disappointed. I expected to see it translate on the court as into this team looking better. But like the Rakia Jackson injury is just something unforeseen that really just throws off a large portion of what I thought this team was going to be.
So you're going to go with the points.
I don't know if they should be laying 5.5 points. I mean, and that's the thing. I haven't really made my mind up on where Toronto's at on the scale. But like this Sky team, the Lynx game looks a lot closer. The Lynx were up a lot more, and the Sky kind of clawed back in that one. Like,
to be fair, the Sky did win the first meeting against the Lynx, but yes, the last game the Lynx were up by a decent amount. I guess
should they be laying 5.5? Yeah, like should they be laying 5.5 points? Like, I would have thought that this is more of like a 1.5, 2.5, like something like that. These two teams rather evenly matched. I mean, I guess maybe we're saying that Camilla's just going to have a game, and that's going to be the big X factor that kind of helps push this Sky team along. But like, because the size thing really is an issue in Toronto right now, but I don't really. I guess I have lost the motivation that I had early in the season about the Chicago Sky.
Well, Rakia, of course, getting injured took the wind out of the sails. So
It did.
The issue I have with Toronto, though, is pretty simple. Do you think that's if Sykes or Mabry have a bad game, can they score enough points? And I'm going to ask you what your thoughts are on the Sky offense, even without Rakia. Do you think this offense stinks? Do you think it's decent? Because it really comes down to, do you think Toronto's going to score enough points? And I don't know if they're going to score enough points because they're really, really, I'd say, top-heavy when it comes to offensive production. So do you think this team can actually score if Sykes or Mabry end up having bad games? And that's the concern, because I do think on the interior, Cardoso should eat. I don't think that there's much size on this tempo team. So I think that could be a problem for this tempo matchup. But I'll ask you, because I think I am going to pick Chicago, but it might just be based on, once again, maybe them dominating the glass in this game, because I really don't see much size on this tempo team. It's not a game I feel like amped to bet on, but I think that the tempo are entertaining, but they're also small, which we know.
Because if you told me Chicago won the game, like I'm not tripping. Like I think Chicago wins the game. It's just you're sitting here and you're telling me that Chicago's 2 possessions better than a team right now, and I don't want to run and say that they're 2 possessions better than just anybody. And I don't think Toronto's anybody. I mean, they're 3-1 on the road ATS this season so far. Like outside of Toronto, which you would have thought might be Achilles heel of this team, they've been good. Like. All right. I say all that. I'll take Toronto. I mean, I'll take Chicago.
All right. I'll go Chicago.
I'll take Chicago. I'll take Chicago. Give me Chicago late 5.5. But I'm pretty sure I babbled the fact that I'm very, very questionable on this Sky team and just the overall consistency, especially on offense. The overall consistency on offense that they have. It just feels like if it's not Skylar and Camilla, like, we're just kind of grasping at straws.
No, I feel you.
All right. 169.5 is the total. I mean, if I think Chicago's going to win, it means that their offense came alive and they put up a bunch of points and they were able to score and like really, really attack the Toronto defense, especially inside of the paint. So over.
I think I'll agree with you. We've seen the tempo have higher scoring games than I anticipated so far this season. So I think we might see some points in this game.
All right, we'll see what Chicago's offense is made of. I think that's it. I think that's the thing that'll make me feel better about them. All right, before we get to the next game on the slate, got to talk to the people about Bracco. Tons of ways to get on the action with Bracco as they got you covered for all the major sports, offering over 100,000 sports markets a month. Bracco's available in a ton of different states, and Wednesdays are for blackjack. Play blackjack on Wednesdays and get 50% of your losses back. Depositing and withdrawing is very easy. Money in, money out, lightning fast. Bank, Apple Pay, even cryptocurrency. So get a free $5 and a purchase match up to $100 at Bracco using promo code SGPN. That's Bracco, BRACCO, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We'll do our Underdog lineup at the end of the show. Try to get some nice cash and the W going by picking higher or lower our favorite players' fantasy stats. And hey, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you use that sign-up code NBA SGPN. All right. The Atlanta Dream are on the road playing the Minnesota Lynx. Dreamer laying 2.5 on the road. 164.5 is total. Let's see. Injury report for these two teams. And I have for the Atlanta Dream, it looks like Bree Jones, only thing up here, as we know she's going to be out for a little while. And yeah, pretty much same injury report here for Minnesota Lynx, highlighted by Collier and Dorky Uhas still on injury report. So, I mean, nothing here tells me that this is going to go anything different than, the stereotypical Dream game of where the Dream are probably going to go down in the beginning of the game. Minnesota has proven that they're not scrubs. They're still going to be good as they were, last year without Nafis Collier. They're still going to be good without Nafis Collier. Olivia Miles has been, clear runaway rookie of the year in the level of talent that, what she's going to be able to do. And probably somebody that's going to challenge for an all-star spot, if I'm being honest. And so with that, all that being said, they're going to jump the Dream early, as the Dream typically do, because the Dream start game slow. But then it's whatever Smesco says to them at halftime, man. Like, whatever he says to them at halftime, they just kind of internalize that, and they really get that ball rolling in the fourth quarter, and they find ways to win games, to carry leads and extend leads as long as they can. I've now realized that you really just can't lay a bunch of points with the Dream. You just got to plan on, hey, they're going to win the game. They are planning to just win the game. It may be by 1 point, it may be by 2 points, but they are going to do their best, and they're planning to just win the game. So 2.5, I'd probably just take money line. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably just go money line Dream. But I'm definitely on the Atlanta Dream side of the ball and saying of, yeah, the Lynx are going to play well in the first half. They're going to get out to an early lead. And then the Dream are going to walk them down. They're going to walk them down like they do a lot of teams in the league, including this Minnesota team in the beginning of the season. So I like Atlanta. Get it done.
I might just run back the thing that worked out in the first meeting, which is just halftime, full-time, because we saw it happen, and I don't see any reason to change that. And Minnesota at home, I think, can get off to a decent start. I think eventually Atlanta settles in, but they've been off to slow starts this season. So I'm with you. I like the halftime, full-time.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I mean, we'll see, but it's just Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, and now you add Angel Reese and giving them extra possessions and extra opportunities and what she's been able to do defensively. They're just a scary team in the last few minutes of the game when you're trying to go out there and get a win, because they just have so many dogs that can score, and they're so solid defensively. 164.5 is the total in this one, Scott.
First game was competitive, came down to the wire, but Atlanta's defense really no-showed the entire first half. They proved in the second half they definitely can clamp this team. I think I'll go under.
Give me an over, but it's just because Atlanta has so much catch up to do in the second half. The scoring is really up in the second half. Maybe it's a first half under type of deal that I would be more inclined with, but I think the scoring ramps up so much in the second half that it actually squeaks over. That's a tricky one. I think that one's tricky. All right. Oh, well, I guess it's not a toilet bowl game though. The Portland Fire are welcoming the Connecticut Sun to town. The Portland Fire are laying 6 points in this game. 167.5 is the total. Injury report. And we have for the Connecticut Sun, it looks like Brittany Griner still out. Layla Khan still not with the team. And nothing for the Fire. All right, they got 4 wins now. Okay, Portland. It's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the win total died a long time ago, but it is what it is.
And it's looking like 5.
First game was close, though, between the two of them. They won in the end, but the game was close.
And so it's like, can they do that again? I mean, Brittany Griner played in that game. Like, that's really the big part of this. Griner was getting action. I think Aaliyah Edwards could have a good game.
I want to
But
ask you, though,
who is this Connecticut Sun team? Like, who
I
are they?
want to
Like,
ask you, though, about
what do you
Griner.
see when you see them on the court?
Yeah, they look terrible. The Valkyries blew them out last game. I mean, they get blown out almost all the time. Griner at this stage in her career, what is she? Like, if she plays, does that make you feel better or worse about the Sun? Because it looks like she's not moving.
At least they have somebody that they can go to and can be able to get to their spot and be able to score. Like,
yeah, for points, sure. I just think defensively, she's a shell of what she used to be. So that's kind of the problem, is that if she plays, the defense is worse, but the offense can be better. But if she doesn't play, the team just isn't very talented. So I'm on Portland. Look, I thought Portland was not going to be good this season. I know you didn't think they would be good either, but at the same point, like, I think this team is actually decent, at least by comparison to the Sun. They have, from what I can tell, good coaching. They have an actual, like, understanding of the roster, and it feels like they actually have decent substitution patterns, and they have decent overall, I'd say, offensive sets. I really don't mind what I'm watching the Fire play. They're not bad. The Sun are garbage, but the Fire are not that bad. So I'll go with the Fire -5.5 at home. That home court environment's solid.
I'm not really 100% sold on either team, honestly, but I just know that Connecticut is really bad. But Portland laying 6 points doesn't sound like the best either. Give me the Sun +6. I say Portland wins another close one, and Connecticut just kind of finds a way, because Portland's they're coming back home after going on the road and getting a win at Liberty, at Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, I feel a letdown. It feels like a pretty nice letdown spot. A pretty nice letdown spot. And for a Connecticut team that you've already beaten, and honestly, I'm still not loving Portland's defense. And I think that if there's any team that needs an offensive boost and can get it against a bad team, it's probably Connecticut. So I'll take the points and say it's just a closer game. It could be good, ball could bounce one way or another. Maybe Connecticut gets their second win of the season, but laying 6 with Portland right now just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in my gut.
I'm just fine with blindly fading Connecticut. That's kind of where my philosophy is at right now.
167.5 is the total.
I mean, Portland can
go
score, but do you think Connecticut scores?
I think they can in this one.
Okay.
Especially if Portland's defense is not all the way. I mean, what was it? It was like 80, what was it, 83, 82 last time out?
Yeah, give or take.
Give me over. A little bit more scoring.
I'll go under, but I'm probably not going to bet this. I don't mind Connecticut team total under because I just think that team is awful.
It's probably a game that I sit on the sidelines too, honestly.
Yeah. Just not appealing to me.
All right. Next up, Washington Mystics on the road going to play the Seattle Storm. This is am I right? This is the second game of a deja vu set between these two?
I think so.
Seattle won the first matchup. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. All right. Let's see who's laying what. We've got Seattle catching 3.5 at home. 158.5 is the total in this one. Let's see injury report, and we have for these two teams. It looks like Dom Malonga's still out, and yeah, that's all I got.
It's a deja vu game, and I think the Mystics are decent, so I'll just take the Mystics. I mean, Citron was not very good. She was actually pretty terrible in the first meeting. I think she'll play better. I'll go Mystics. And you also have an East Coast team traveling West Coast for the first meeting, which is never a good travel spot. But now they've just been chilling in Seattle for a couple of days. I do think the travel spot is definitely a factor for the first meeting. I'll go Mystics in this one.
This Mystics team, it's early in the season. Maybe I'll give teams till cup play before I start making rash judgments about teams. But I'll say this, I will be very, very disappointed in the Mystics if they lose both of these games to the Storm here. I think that just shows no growth. Like no growth in from last year to this year. The fact that you just continue to lose like to teams that are just honestly like you should probably be better than. Like you probably shouldn't have lost the first game to the Storm, especially not the way that you did. I'm trying not to feel a type of way about the Mystics because I said it and I said I didn't think that they'd be good, but like this.
Yeah, but we know the Storm are going to stink,
and so you shouldn't have lost the first game. Like that's why I'm just like, how did you lose the first game? But I get it. Deja vu said that was what was supposed to happen. The dog won, so boom, you got the dog and got the over in the game. So like it really so. You're supposed to come back in this game, play a lot better defensively, amp things up defensively. Natisha Heidemann went for 24 points. Like, that's not supposed to happen again. You go and you play through Shakira Austin, Kiki Iriafen. They're dominant on the inside. You go at Steph Dolson and you make her try to defend them, which she can't do. She played with Washington for so long. You know that she can't defend them. So go at her with the bigs and put points on the board. I'm on Mystics too. Mystics really should be able to get this done, but if they don't, I'm going to have a lot to say. I'm going to come back with a lot to say.
That's fair. I think that the main reason why I'm giving a bit of a pass for that first game was, once again, you're taking an East Coast team traveling West Coast. Am I here or did I lag out?
No, you're here.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just making sure. I saw a note pop up on the screen. Anyway, I just think at the end of the day, I'm looking at a spot where you're taking an East Coast team traveling west. Now you're there for a couple of days. The body gets to adjust a little bit, time zone, all that stuff. I think they'll play better this time around. The Mystics might not be a great team. They went to Indiana and beat Indiana. Citron was really bad in the first game. I think that she could definitely play better in game 2. And I still think this team's more talented than the Storm. Yes, they had one bad game, but I went into the season thinking the Mystics weren't going to be amazing. But we thought Seattle would be a team in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing has changed, in my opinion, on that. So I'm on the Mystics, the better team.
All right. Some of these bad teams are picking up some early season wins, and it's just going to make me think that they're going to bottom out in the second half of the season. Like Seattle has 3 wins already. But like I know they're not good. I know that for a fact. If it's anything that I know Seattle's not good. Mystics all the way. 158.5 is total. I'm following principles. I'm taking under. Defense ramps up.
Yeah, I agree. Deja vu principle is not going to reinvent the wheel.
All right. Let's see here. Before we get to the next game, got to talk to people about caution. Real money prediction market, legal in a ton of different states and a whole bunch of different trading options for your favorite sports. WNBA, NBA, MLB, NHL, all of that available over there at Kalshi for you. New Kalshi customers get $10 when they use that promo code SGPN. Yep, that's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the official data tool for dominating the NBA, MLB, WNBA, and golf over there with Rhythm. Lock in with their models or use Rhythm's models, and make sure you check out Rhythm's player props as well, because their smart signals have been red hot, scorching in the WNBA with the player props. So make sure you go check it out. Let's see what they like on the docket for tomorrow. And one of the top plays on the board is Bridget Carlton. They like a sharp under on her 2.5 3-pointers made. Expecting 1.6 3-pointers for Bridget Carlton in the game against the Connecticut Sun. Hey, that's what Rhythm likes. What do you like? What do you want to play? Go check it out. Look at all the options. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five smart signals. I gave you one. There's a whole bunch more. Go get them over there at Rhythm, promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use that promo code SGPN25. All right. Let's see. What's next on the docket? Oh, well, that's it for the Wednesday slate. Let's get over to Thursday. Dallas Wings are at home welcoming the Las Vegas Aces to town. Wings catching 1.5 at American Airlines. 175.5 is the total. Injury report. And we have... Wait, why did this line drop so much? Dana Evans out for the Aces. So... No, I'm kind of confused. Is it how? I mean, are we jumping the gun with how good we think Dallas is because they beat the Liberty in the shape and form that the Liberty are right now? Why is this only 1.5?
See, I feel like we went into the season with certain, I don't know if biases are the right word, but I'll use expectations about Dallas. That we thought this team would struggle. We thought they'd be bad defensively. We weren't sure how they'd look. At this point, I just think they're a good basketball team. I think I've made the decision to just call Dallas a playoff team. I think that they're actually fine. I don't have an issue with them. Now, it's not really fully related to what the spread is, because I think the Aces should, in theory, be laying more. The Wings are 4-3, but watching them play, I think they're fine. They lost to the Dream twice. They ended up winning. They lost to the Lynx in a game they probably should have won. But besides that, they've won every other game. They've beaten the teams they should be beating. Beat Indiana in the first game on the road, beat the Mystics, beat the Sky, beat the Liberty. I mean, the Liberty have their own problems, but still a road win by 15 in New York is still pretty good. I think Dallas is actually pretty good watching them play. I think
So
the
you're
Aces are
taking
better.
them? Oh.
I'm going to take the Aces. I think the Aces are a better team.
Okay. I thought you were saying all this to
No,
soft
because you
launch you
started off by
taking the
saying
Dallas.
Dallas and how you're not sold to them, etc.
Yeah,
I
because
kind of
why
am.
is this 1.5? This would be but no matter how good you think Dallas is, this isn't a 1.5 point spread.
No, I agree with you on that. I think the Aces should be laying, in my opinion, like 3 in this game. But in terms of Dallas overall, they're definitely better than I thought they were going to be this season. And I think they actually look pretty good. They're 4-3. I get the record's not amazing, but I think they're going to be a playoff team. I think they're pretty good. The Aces are better, obviously. I think the Aces are the team, and letting them get Kennedy Carter is just a cheat code. But I do think I'll go with the Aces, but I think the Wings hang in there. I don't see the Aces smacking this team, but I'll take the Aces by like 5. Fun game. Asia closes it. Game over.
I don't think it's close because I don't think Dallas is going to be able to get stops against this Aces team. Whatever optimism you have for them defensively, I think that it works for whatever version of the Liberty that they play, but it's not going to work for the Aces here, especially not with Kennedy Carter coming off of the bench and what she's able to do. And the fact that you run that pace with the Aces and the Aces are perfectly fine matching that pace and being able to keep up with the scoring and start going to the options. And they, we'll start see them trying to work in some more Jackie Young and try to get her going a little bit more. I think Asia's going to go out here and have a game and feast against Dallas. Like, I think that they're pissed off that they lost that game to the Sparks, and they're going to come out here with the vengeance, and they're going to take it out on the poor little Dallas Wings. All over Aces laying 1.5. I'm shocked, truly shocked. Did not expect it to be this low.
Should be a fun game, though. I like the over. I'm not sure we get any team playing defense here, so I think it's going to be a fun game.
Yep, not so. And also, I talked about the Aces defense earlier in the season not being the best, so I'm there with you on that. Over 175.5. It's a really, really good play, actually. Who's next? My Valkyries. Welcoming the Indiana Fever to town. Fever laying 1.5 on the road. 169.5 is total. Well, good luck making this Valkyries team a home dog. No. Not okay. I like the Valkyries already in that aspect of things. Also, I'm fairly confident that they'll be, up at half. Valkyries first half, also a very good play here in the play. And by the way, Valkyries did lead that first half against the Indiana Fever on the road, where the Fever just went and walked them down in the second half and kind of controlled things in the second half. But the Valkyries very much were competitive in that first half, as they always are. Defensively, I am eager to see what version of the Indiana defense shows up on the road in this spot. This is a spot where I would question if Indiana defensively has what it takes to be able to go out there and get it done, especially a Valkyries team. And we know how Golden State gets and how it's hurt, and you see pods on the sideline and everybody's up and jiving and all of that stuff. But like, I'm interested to see if Indiana defensively makes any adjustments to be able to start getting some stops here on the road against what I think is going to be a good offensive performance in the Valkyries.
I'm on the Valkyries in this game in general. We still don't think the Fever are that great. Yes, they had a nice comeback win a game or two ago, but I still don't think it is really a great team right now. I question about the defense. The Valkyries are nice. I know beating Connecticut means nothing to anybody because that team stinks, but they did what they were supposed to do. Face off against a bad team, blow them
Beat
out
them by
early,
27.
take a nap in the fourth quarter. That's exactly what you're supposed to do against bad teams at home. We also have, once again, it's not as extreme as the Mystics traveling to Seattle, but you have a team on the east side of the country, or at least the east half, traveling west coast to California. It's not a great spot for Indiana. The Valkyries have been very good at home since their inception. I like the spot. I think that you could argue that this line and the Aces line are both trappy, but I think the Aces deserve to be a bigger favorite than the Fever do by comparison. The Valkyries are good. This team can play. The Wings, I think, are pretty good too, but the Aces we've seen dominate before. The Fever still can't guard anybody. I'm not going to suddenly lay 1.5 on the road playing in an a truly elite home court environment when your team hands out to 90 to any team with a pulse. I can't do that. So I'm going to go with the Valkyries with you. I think the line is, I'd argue, incorrect. I just think the Valkyries should be favored. If you had the Valkyries at like -1.5, -2, I'd say, yeah, that's about right. It depends on how you actually factor home court, because most people tend to factor it as like 3 points. Connecticut's home court's worth like -5 because nobody shows up to the games. The Valkyries are worth like what, 5, 6? I mean, their home court's incredible. I think it's got to be worth more than 3 points. It's like a college basketball game over there. People are losing their damn minds. So I like the Valkyries, but do you agree? I think their home court advantage is worth more than 3 points. It should be like 5. Their home court advantage is great.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, it's never treated like that, and that's why the Valkyries are always a cash cow at home.
Yeah. Because
especially
usually sportsbooks default to home court meaning 3 points. But just based on what I'm watching, we know since last year, their home court is pound for pound the best in the entire league. Portland's is nice too, to be clear, especially for like an opening season. That home court's pretty crazy too. But I think the Valkyries' home court is dangerous, and I think the Fever are going to struggle. So I like the Valkyries in this game. And
they have rest now. They played that. Remember, they played that last game on the second leg of a back-to-back and still led at half. Like, second half is where things died out. Yeah, I'm all over the Valkyries here. Valkyries totals at 169.5. Splitting hairs because I want to go Valkyries team total over.
That's how I was feeling.
And Indiana team total under.
That's how I feel too. So Valkyries team total over.
All right. Oh, well, is it that time, Scott?
Yep. You go first.
Lock, dog. We'll do an underdog lineup at the end. Lock. It's a number of plays that I actually do kind of like. Like, I like Dream a lot. I do like the over in the Dallas and Aces game. I do really like Aces as well. I do really like Valkyries. I think I just settled myself on the Aces laying 1.5. Coming off of a loss, I just think is insane. Against the Dallas team that I just don't think is on their level. Are they good? Cool. But like Dallas is more, like I said, borderline 500 ball club. The Aces, I think, are one of the better teams in the league. I think that they're not going to be able to keep up with them offensively. Kennedy Carter has been a monster. Who's going to slow her down? Asia's, I think this is a good Asia game where she goes out there and she has some 30-plus points and all of that. And we'll see all the other pieces, how they fit in, and everybody get their licks against a Dallas team that can admit they do not play well consistently enough. So I'll take the Aces laying 1.5. That's my lock. For my dog, let's go with, I will take, No. All right. I got to parlay it up, Scott.
Go.
I will take some form. I'm going to just keep making this my dog because it just keeps continuing to hit. Give me some form. I don't really have the number on it yet, but
I know exactly what you're going to say, so you want me to pull it up for you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. For the Dream, I'm going to go on a limb and say it's the Dream and Lynx game.
Yeah, Lynx first half, Dream money line.
Yeah, that's exactly what I figured it was going to be. I'm not sure if it's posted yet. That's the problem. Let me quickly check. FanDuel might have it, but the database I'm using doesn't have it. So let me just quickly check. For the Dream and Lynx, you might be able to build this yourself if you do like a halftime money line with a full game parlay here. But let me just see. Double result. Okay. You said Lynx halftime, Dream full time plus 550 again.
Yeah.
It's cashed a couple of times already this season, so might as well keep riding it out.
Dog. Why not? Why not? This is how the Dream play their games. This is literally how the Dream play their games. We lost out. I didn't use it enough last year, and I should have using it this year because things are going the exact same way. So that's my dog.
All right. For my lock, do I want to take Portland? I know it sounds disgusting, but I actually like this Portland team. Thought about the over in the Liberty game. That's an option too. I just want to quickly see how the Liberty been doing offensively, just for numbers purposes.
This is going to be the game. But I get what you're saying, but this is going to be the game that like wakes them up. I'm telling you.
Wait, for which side? You mean for the Fire? What are you talking about?
Oh wait, you talking about the Liberty?
I was saying the Liberty over is what I was thinking about taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be the game that wakes up Liberty's offense, and they're going to start scoring, and it's going to be because they got to keep up with the Mercury, who also suck defensively. Both of these two teams are horrible defensively. We just got to trust the points.
Yeah, I'm in for it. I ended up cashing the Mercury over in that mid-lock and dog picks that we had in the last episode. I had them against the Sparks. The game flew over.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to bet it with you.
Yeah, give me the over in the Mercury and Liberty game. I see 171.5 at minus 105. Sign me up for that as my lock. For my dog, I think for this one, I'm going to go with an alt spread on the Valkyries. I think the line's too short on the Valkyries here. Yes, I know Indiana's been fine this season. They're both 4-2, but I think the Valkyries at home are being disrespected with the elite home court they have. I can get Valkyries minus 3.5 at plus 143.
Yep.
That's just a great deal. Sign me up. Give me Valkyries minus 3.5 plus 143.
They're asking for a parlay. I don't really have one. Dream money line. Mystics money line. Let's see. Hold on. Hold that thought. You should already be betting Valkyries first half. So I'll just throw in the Valkyries money line on there.
Okay.
So what's that? 2 favorites and a kind of a dog?
Yeah, pretty much.
The Mystics really should. If they don't, you know what? Yes, that way I have some action on the Mystics and I can get mad at them appropriately if they do not win this game, because they really should win this game. Like, if Seattle's how as bad as I think they are, they really, really should win this game, and it actually shouldn't be close. So that's a little baby parlay. 3 legs, 3 teams, all win. Dream, Mystics, Valkyries, plus 445.
Cool. And now we got Underdog.
Yes, now we got Underdog. That was just a little makeshift parlay too. Did that off the dome, Scott.
I'm impressed.
Appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. Good old Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. All right. Let's see what. Wow. Underdog's taking forever to load today. Maybe it's
I have a
maybe it's
couple
my
of
phone.
things.
Let me not say Underdog. Let me say it's my phone. It could be my phone. It's taking forever.
Good
to load
save.
today. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Underdog. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me.
Underdog's not even legal in my state, so I can blame the platform. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. All right. What do you like today, Scott?
So I was considering going with a Courtney Williams play because I see her PRA is at 24.5. Problem is Atlanta defensively is solid, but I thought the number was a bit low for Courtney. She's been great recently. She's had 25 plus in right now to start the season, 5 of the first 6 games. First game against Atlanta, she had 26. I think 24.5 is kind of low. We know Courtney's never going to shy away from having a monster game. Any thoughts?
And that's everything included?
Yeah, that is PRA, and that is at 24.5.
Okay.
You can push back if you want to. I'm just throwing out ideas.
I think that it's well. I don't really know what Atlanta is. I don't think Atlanta really like cares deep. I just I see it. I see it. I like it. I think it's just what version of Atlanta are we getting in that first half, where Courtney Williams is able to go off in that first half, and then we'll see what happens in that second half. I can definitely buy myself into her having a bunch of rebounds though, and like, get the assists going, and like it's kind of an all-inclusive, pretty solid game. And then what was the numbers recently?
So recently, so far this season, she's played 6 games. She's had 25 plus PRA in 5 of the first 6. First game against Atlanta, she had exactly 26.
All right. Yeah, I like it.
Cool. So we'll start there. We need something on the Valkyries, right?
Yeah, but like it's hard taking Valkyries plays because it's just like they just make the right basketball play. It's not like one person taking over.
Yeah. I was wondering if you had any thoughts about Gabby potentially, because she's been scoring. She's had 15 plus in 4 of the last 5. One's at 12.5.
For her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can go Gabby, especially at home.
Yeah. 12.5, I think is too low.
Let's see here. Last play, we can go. Need some action. Well, you see something on Carter, Kennedy Carter? It's 19.5, maybe.
Oh, Let me
18.5?
check. No, I do not. I see
Mm,
nothing listed for. I mean, do you want to do
Seja.
Cardoso for rebounding?
Yeah. What's that at?
9.5 rebounds.
Okay. So we'll do underdog lineup. Cardoso higher 9.5 rebounds. We've got Courtney Williams higher 24.5 PRA. And then we have Gabby Williams higher 12.5 points. There we go. Took a while. My underdog's not well, my phone's not working. And we'll get this in. But make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. If you are listening to if you're watching the NBA right now, the Thunder are running them out of the building. They're up 18 right now. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, looking forward to the W games. Should be fun. And we're back later in the week.
All right. He's at Rush Hour Radio. I'm at really__. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify. Doesn't matter for the WNBA Gambling Podcast. And with that, that is it. You have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this.